Hello Aquarius, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Aquarius, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and are moving forward. Also too, keep in mind that time is fluid. So this could either currently be happening or may be happening at a later date. But with all that being said, Aquarius, let's get started. How does Aquarius currently view this relationship? All right, Aquarius, let's see what's going on. All right, Aquarius, we do have the Devil for you. We also have the Queen of Swords, and then we also have the Page of Pentacles. For some of you, you could very well be connecting with a Virgo, possibly a Libra, maybe even a Capricorn. Doesn't necessarily have to be the case, but in regards to how you're currently viewing this relationship, it does appear to me that you find yourself, Aquarius, in a very toxic and unhealthy relationship. I am definitely getting that even though you don't necessarily like the fact that things are toxic and unhealthy between you and this person, you basically are coming across to me anyways as somebody who basically feels like you have to deal with this person. And it could be because you have a child and or children with this person. That's definitely a possibility. Or maybe you share a home with this person, or maybe you share finances with this person. This could definitely represent that you're like codependent off of this person to a certain extent. So you might be fully codependent off of this person, like for example, financially, or to a certain extent, you might be codependent off of this person, financially, because I am definitely getting that could very well be the case for some of you out there. But there's just something about you don't like the way that this person treats you. You don't like the way that this person is with you, but you feel like you gotta put up with it. You gotta just deal with it. It's basically what I'm gathering. For whatever reason, you feel like you have to deal with this person. Okay, let's look at this person and see how they're currently viewing this relationship with you. How does this person currently view this relationship with Aquarius, Sun, Rising, and Venus? So we do have the Lovers. Okay, we also have the 10 of Cups, and then we also have the 7 of Cups, right? At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Tower. The Tower is linked to the Devil. So typically when you see the Devil, you're going to eventually see the Tower, vice versa. But in regards to how this person is currently viewing this relationship with you, I am definitely getting that their relationship with you, it tends to like overwhelm them. I do want to look a little bit more into this 7 of Cups energy, just to see why this relationship that they share with you tends to, overwhelm them. Because there's this energy of them just wanting like the two of you to just be happy, nothing more, nothing less, but they kind of feel like that in itself is kind of remotely impossible, at this point. So for whatever reason, they feel like as much as they want to be happy, within this dynamic that they share with you, they find it to just be, I guess, like remotely impossible for whatever reason. So I do want to look at the 7 of Cups just to see why this person is overwhelmed by this connection that they share with you and why they feel like it's just like remotely impossible for the two of you to obtain this level of like happiness within this dynamic that you guys share with one another. So I'm going to be using a different tarot deck to clarify the 7 of Cups, and this tarot deck is going to have the cards in the upright as well as in the reverse. So let's get started. Tell me more about the 7 of Cups. Could be dealing with a Gemini, possibly a Pisces, maybe even a Scorpio. Doesn't necessarily have to be the case, but tell me more about the 7 of Cups. Okay. We have the Empress. Okay. We do have the Ace of Wands, but it came out in the reverse. Okay. And then we have the, okay, so according to them, and this is according to them, this person feels like the reason why this relationship is, so overwhelming and why it's so hard, for the two of you to obtain this level of happiness, with one another, has a lot to do with you refusing to let something go. Something that happened in the past between the two of you that left you extremely hurt, and possibly even betrayed and or deceived by this person. Yeah, they're looking at you as somebody who refuses to let something from the past go. It's like this person looks at you as somebody who's still holding on to the stuff, I guess, that this person has essentially put you through in the past. And it could have been honestly more than one thing, considering the fact that we do have the Seven of Cups. It could have been more than one thing that this person has essentially put you through, but they do perceive you as somebody who is basically either holding on to one thing that they put you through or more than one thing that they essentially put you through. And that's why they feel like it's hard for the two of you to obtain this level of happiness within this dynamic that you share, you know, with each other. But they also feel like this is the reason why this relationship tends to overwhelm them, you know, quite a bit. It's because you refuse to, like, I guess, let go and or forget and or forgive this person for the stuff that they essentially put you through in the past. Okay, let's jump back over to you, Aquarius. How does Aquarius currently feel? Okay, so we do have the Three of Wands. We do have the Temperance card. And then we also have the Seven of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Justice card. And then we also have the Nine of Cups. A lot of you feel, like the only way to truly be happy, like to truly, truly, truly be happy, is to essentially let this person and what you share with this person go. So a lot of you feel like you have to sacrifice your marriage or your relationship with this person to truly, truly, truly be happy. Because a lot of you feel like you just can't obtain this level of happiness within your relationship with this person. And it does have a lot to do with the things that they have done on their end to essentially hurt you / disappoint you. With the Six of Pentacles to the Star, it does appear to me that even though this person has put you through the things that they put you through, they've attempted to try to fix or repair things here with you and heal things here with you, and make things right here with you. I am definitely getting that. Like, this is not somebody who put you through something and didn't bother to do anything, you know, to try to fix and repair this. Because I am definitely getting that they did try to fix and repair this, but it kind of looks like no matter what they did on their end to try to fix or repair this, you still had a hard time, I would say, moving past the stuff that this person has essentially put you through, to the point where it is definitely starting to affect you in a very negative way. I almost want to say severely for some of you. It's starting to really affect you in a very negative way. But yeah, in regards to how you feel like the only way to obtain this level of happiness that you truly want and desire is to essentially leave this person and what you share with this person. The problem is, Aquarius, is that you've invested a lot of time and energy towards this relationship that you share with this person, and you want it to essentially count for something. But at the same exact time, it's like, as much as you want the amount of time and energy you invested into this person to count for something, you also want to be happy too. You see what I mean? So it just kind of looks like, as much as you want to be happy, it does require you, according to you, it does require you to let this person go. It does require you to do what you got to do on your end, so that way, you know, you could essentially leave this person, whether it's, you know, getting your financial situation order or your living situation order, whatever have you, because I am definitely getting that either what's binding you to this person is a child and or children, nothing more, nothing less, or what's essentially binding you to this person could have a lot to do with the simple fact that you share a home with this person. Again, for some of you, you might be even codependent off of this person financially, and it could be fully or to a certain extent. So it just kind of looks like there's a lot of things that you need to, I would say, get in order first, you know, before you're able to, like, make that move, if you will, is kind of what I'm gathering. In order for you to obtain this level of happiness that you truly want and desire, it does appear to me that there's certain things that need to get in order first on your behalf before you're able to do that. And for some of you, you know, I am definitely getting that you may start taking the necessary steps towards getting your financial situation in order, if that's, you know, what's holding you back from leaving. So that way you could essentially leave, or getting your situation in order so that way you could essentially leave this person. Okay, let's jump back over to them. How does this person currently feel? So we do have the Justice card for them. We do have the Nine of Swords for them. And then we also have the Eight of Wands for them. In regards to how this person is currently feeling, okay? They're very worried and concerned about their relationship with you, which is something that I do want to kind of look into a little bit more. But they are very worried and concerned about their relationship with you. And it does have a lot to do with them essentially feeling like they've tried to do everything that they could possibly think of to make things right between the two of you. And it just seems to not be working for whatever reason. So everything that they have tried to do on their end to fix and repair this, it just simply hasn't been working, which does have them very worried and concerned about their relationship with you. But we're going to dive a little deeper and clarify the Nine of Swords. Tell me more about the Nine of Swords. Tell me more about the Nine of Swords. Yeah, the Seven of Swords. We got the Two of Swords, and then we also have the, This has a lot to do with like old crimes, if you will, with that Seven of Swords energy coming out here. According to them, you know, this person feels like you're just going to forever hold the stuff that they essentially put you through in the past over their head, you know, preventing the two of you from honestly having a very healthy and stable and, you know, happy marriage and a relationship with one another. Okay. Okay. This person does fear that, you know, if you do, right, hypothetically speaking, continue to, like, you know, hold the stuff that this person has essentially put you through, you know, over their head, that things are just going to get more toxic and more chaotic and more dysfunctional, you know, between the two of you. And that's something that this person tends to, you know, worry about, because they don't want things to, you know, get worse between the two of you. It does appear to me that things are already kind of bad between the two of you. They just don't want things to get worse, and they feel like, you know, things are just gonna get worse. You know what I mean? If you just continue to hold whatever it is that this person has essentially put you through, you know, over their head, and refuse to essentially let it go. They just don't see things getting better if you continue to, like, hold whatever it is that they put you through over their head, or, you know, continue to, like, you know, refuse to essentially forgive them and move past it or let it go, you know, things of that nature. Okay, let's jump back over to you, Aquarius. How does Aquarius plan on moving forward? Okay. Okay, so Aquarius, at this point, you are convinced, right, that as far as obtaining this level of happiness that you truly want and desire, you can't obtain it with this person. And it has a lot to do with the things that this person has essentially put you through. And you're coming down, you know, to, you know, this conclusion that in order for you to essentially be happy, it does require you, according to you, to sacrifice your marriage with this person or your relationship, you know, with this person, because you just don't foresee yourself truly being happy with this person, given everything that this person has essentially put you through. So that's kind of telling me that, how do I explain you? How do I explain you? I think that you are very capable of finding it in your heart to essentially forgive this person. And I do believe that you definitely will. I am definitely getting that you definitely will. However, you just can't seem to forgive this person and then continue to remain with them. You just can't. A lot of you just feel like you just simply can't do that. So with that being said, I think that you're coming down to this realization that in order for you to be happy, it does require you, according to you, to sacrifice what you share with this person in order to be happy. So it does appear to me that you have every intentions of eventually ending things here with this person when you get to where you need to be, whether it be, you know, financially, whatever have you, because I am definitely getting that it could have a lot to do with money. Maybe money is what's currently preventing you from walking out of this marriage and a relationship that you share with this person. And I was definitely getting that, you know, the vast majority of you are going to find yourself taking the necessary steps that you need to take in order to get whatever it is that you need to get in order first, so that way you can be able to leave this marriage and a relationship that you share with this individual. But as far as, like, you forgiving them and continuing to remain with them, it's just not something that I personally foresee you doing. I think that you'll forgive them, you know, after this dynamic between the two of you comes to an end. I think that you'll find in your heart to essentially forgive them, because, you know, it doesn't really serve you to hold on to the stuff that this person has essentially put you through after the fact. So yeah, I do see you forgiving them once this dynamic between the two of you comes to an end. Okay, so I don't see you carrying everything that this person has essentially put you through, you know, in the future. That I don't see you allowing to essentially happen. Yeah, I don't see you allowing that to happen. What actions? What actions? Okay. Okay. You know, and I was going to say that, but I'm just like, let me just let it go. I couldn't help but to notice that you guys showed up as the King and the Queen of Swords. I'm going to be honest. You're like that type of person, which, you know what, now that I think about it, my mom's very much so like that, and she's an Aquarius as well. I think every Aquarius is kind of like this now that I think of, well, all of the Aquarians that I know anyways. When it comes down to like the Aquarians I've met, you know, with them, it's like you gotta throw like the first stone in their direction to get, you know, the Aquarius to throw a whole brick right back at you. In other words, a person has to essentially, you know, do you wrong in order for you to turn around and, like, you know, get even with them. Is basically, you know, what typically plays out, you know what I mean, from what I've noticed anyways. And anyways, I say all that to say this. I am definitely getting that you've definitely hurt this person and affected this person in a negative way in some way, shape, and or form. But it is kind of stemming from a place of, well, they did this to me first, so I turned around and did this to them. And then they turned around and did this to me, so then I turned around and did that to them. You know what I mean? So it does appear to me, especially because this person is showing up as the Nine of Wands to the Ten of Swords. So that is kind of telling me that you have done things to essentially hurt this person, but it's because they threw the first stone in your direction. You know what I mean? And then you just turn around and throw a whole brick at them. Not literally, but you know what I mean. So you feel justified in the things that you've essentially put them through because they turned around and put you through something first. It's not like you walked in this person's life and caused them all types of hell and high water. Like, you know what I mean? Just because. Like, no. Like, I feel like this person did something to you first, and you turned around and just simply retaliated against this person in some way, shape, and or form is basically what I'm gathering. But anyways, I also say all of that to say this because, you know, this energy does kind of tie into what I just said. But in regards to how this person plans on moving forward, according to them, this person does essentially feel like they endured a lot from you. They endured a lot from you. They put up with a lot of things, you know, from you, and you've definitely hurt them in, you know, many different ways. Okay. And for you to just get up and go and just leave them and just abandon them in this dynamic that the two of you share with one another, they perceive that to be extremely unfair because in their head, they're just like, well, geez, like, I put up with this, I put up with that, I went through this and I went through that, just so that way they could turn around and freaking leave me? Yeah, absolutely not. We're not doing that. So the day that you do decide to up and leave this person, expect this person to essentially run after you. Expect this person to try their hardest to keep this dynamic between the two of you intact and afloat. Just like you invested a lot of time and energy towards them and your relationship with them, and you want this to essentially count for something. Well, all of the stuff that they personally went through with you, they want it to count for something. They don't want to feel like they went through all of these things that they went through for absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? Is basically what I'm gathering. Just like you don't want to feel like you invested all of this time and energy towards them and your relationship with this person for absolutely nothing. So it's kind of like the same, but not really. But yeah, that's like their whole thing is like, man, like I've been through this and this and this and this, and they put me through this and this and this, just so that way they could turn around and leave me. Yeah, we're not doing that. No. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna fix this. We're gonna repair this because we just can't. We just can't give up on one another. We just can't just walk away. Like, no, this is not happening. We're not doing this. So get ready. Because I don't feel like this one over here is going to let you go that easily. All right. So that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated, Aquarius. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.